Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from Omu, a hero that we do not play very often this season because, you know, power leveling's a little bit weaker. And yeah, when you don't get economy early on Omu, things feel super bleak. But sometimes you can bring it back by just getting good tempo in the middle of the game and leveling straight to 6. And when there are busted cards on 6, you know where we're going. 6 stars define games so heavily right now, and none more so than Greasebot. Greasebot is nasty level of scaling on all Divine Shield minions on the board. 3-2 per turn per Divine Shield popped is crazy strong. And when you get it rolling, you get golden Greasebot or whatever it might be, you start dumping tons and tons of stats on the board and making crazy board states that are super hard to counter. Honestly, mechs are becoming very oppressive right now, and Greasebot probably deserves a little bit of a nerf. But for the time being, enjoy. Forever. Oh wait, I see. But yeah, I watched the new episode Boys yesterday and the end of Stranger Things after stream. It's been a long time since I was watching TV in the evenings because I was doing Lobby Legends stuff. Catching up made me happy. More on my docket of things to do right now is I need to catch up on GDQ. There's so many good runs that happened this week that I didn't get to watch. I'm excited. I get to put that all on the background noise. List of background noise. What do you think of The Boys? I think the acting's amazing in The Boys. That is one of the biggest factors of why that show is so good. I think the entirety of the story is entertaining too. Like, it has a lot of pluses. There is a lot of it's better quality than most TV that's out there. When you compare like the acting in Stranger Things to the acting in The Boys, it's night and day different. But they have a very different level of quality between the two. Yeah, buff the one thing that we know for sure we're selling. Please do so, Iron Sensei. Homelander's a good villain. Homelander's a great villain. Practically everybody is a good character though in the show. And that's a big plus in my book. TV's often made around TV executives and what's told that will sell well. Yeah. Turns out products are usually made to make money. I hate it. How dare they make money? Alright, at least we got the Leapers. These Leapers saved us. Frenchie's great. MM's great. How about the acting by Kit Harington in the last season of that one dragon show? I like the acting by Drogon as he got really mad at a chair. That was the highlight of the show for me. Great acting. Yeah, Game of Thrones will set everybody off. What the fuck? Yeah, the dragon really understood the symbolism. I agree. I had a stroke the whole last season. I don't know what happened. Last 2 seasons even. It was a great show. Shame it only lasted 6 seasons. You know. Honestly, I was just one of the passengers on the teleporting boats. Now, where are they? Wherever they need to be. Sounds good. Go left or go right, not left. That was left. I said left. It's my fault. They were yep voting? Indeed. At least Game of Thrones wasn't Dekkster kind of bad. I think it was Dekkster kind of bad. In fact, honestly, when you put them side by side, I think I'd rather have the Dekkster ending again. And it was bad too. Dekkster ending was trash. Did you see the GDQ Guitar Hero or DDR exhibit from GDQ last year? Probably the best run I've ever seen on GDQ. Last year? Like Summer Games Done Quick or Awesome Games Done Quick in January? Regardless of when it actually was, I do not remember it. So like maybe I saw it and it didn't stick with me. Or no, I didn't see it. Either way, it didn't stick with me. Oh, this is an unfortunate fucking matchup, isn't it? Doesn't matter if we stay on 5 or 6. Double Mechanotanks dealing 15 to you right here. That one is just 4-on-4 line, hit Mechanotanks, stabilize. I like this card. I like this card. I love the money pit. I guess it's you for now. Keckwiggle. Ah! We have direction. Ah! Triple sell for it. Greasebot feels like the laziest ass scaling unit ever, even more than Terracosa Promo. Personally, I like the effect that Greasebot has on the game. I think the value of a 6-star being something that you need to pivot into like this is pretty appropriate. That it's okay if you have 1, you can play into it. It's not typically a first place kind of board like that. It's really good if you get 2. And it enables a late game composition, which is more about having the board for longer than it is immediately steering into tech pieces together or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it needs to be nerfed. It should be a 2-2 buff, not a 3-2 buff. It's a little bit overtuned, but I like the overall effect that Greasebot has on the game. Should be 2-2 scaling. Muscaling. What happened to muscaling? This guy's so lucky. I think Greasebot was 2-1 on 4 initially. Yes, correct. It was 2-1 initially. Boop. Boop. No. Meh. You can give a taunt to something if we wanted to. Game. I just want like a magnetic or something. That's all I wanted. It's a magnetic or something. Too bad we didn't get it 1 board ago. We'd use it on the Buster, right? It's gonna be very awkward trying to play toward Bran or Baron. So I guess we're not. That's what's gonna happen. Because we're not gonna do that. I took the Uther to magnetize something and put it on. Make big thing. But on the other hand, we could just pick this up next turn. We have to burn a gold to be able to put a 15/15 on it. And if we're going to put it here, we could just target here instead and not burn the gold. All you lose is a 3-1 buff. I like Greasebot. Personally, I liked the Chroma Wing meta for a little bit too. Very broken, needed to be nerfed, but made for a fun time period of things being changed. Will I like Greasebot in 2 months if it stays exactly the same? Probably not. But I don't freak out about broken things in the short term. I'd rather have a new thing broken every other week than a balanced meta forever. Turns out that new is fun and interesting and engaging and makes for good conversations and is fun to play. I like new. Good scaling. So we can contain or complain about Shudderwalk now? Always. Shudderwalk is a constant complaint. We can always complain about Shudderwalk. Missed 2 40% lethals in a row. Good, we'll keep him alive so we can scale more off of our passive bullshit Greasebot. Never Ghost. Alright, we're not going to buff this then. Card I heard is pretty good in this type of composition. Tunnel Blaster's such a funny idea. Once you get to mech rolls and you have Greasebots, you can just pop the shields multiple times. It's so funny. Like, it's not even a meme. If you can get to like Golden Baron with Tunnel Blaster and mech rolls on the board, you can get them to pop so many times back to back to back because they ping pong each other that it just scales each game around by like 40-40. It's so dumb, but it's so far out there. It's a pseudo meme. Alright, we're gonna give Mecharel the shield, I guess. Never lucky. Could be Foe Reaper gets a shield. Eventually I need to taunt up everything if I'm gonna taunt up Mecharel. Awkward. Awkward. Do we think he just kills it? Probably. We don't try for like a billion resets here, considering what we're fighting. We try to do like one more hedge here. Depends on what he puts in position 1 and 2. It actually can get there if we would have gone first. Oh, it does get there. Never mind. This thing scales so fast, man. Oh, I love how this hits in too. That's funny. Why is it so strong? Awkward, we have too many good mechs. Indeed. Yeah, the cleave's just not going to happen this game. It's not a beast lobby. We don't have a good scaling line for it. But you can. We really just want another Mecharel. You're pretty good. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna be over here doing this kind of shit. Who the hell knows what's gonna happen? You can have it. You can be here. Who's gonna be on the board? We could argue just holding it again. I don't think so. Greaseboy got a bit OP. A bot OP. Greaseboy is a game-defining direction. It is overtuned, so it is overpowered. I would agree. I hate the health scaling Greasebot offers. Make it 3-0. That's interesting too. 3-0 would be a good way to do it. I thought 2-2 to bring down the attack. But 3-0 or 3-1 is also a reasonable change to it. It's just a little bit too... It's a little bit too much. Whichever way you need to move it, it's really opening up two different ways of countering it. Like, if it didn't scale health, then ghoul lines would be way better against it. I think 2-1 might even be enough. Maybe. Hard to gauge. 2-2 means that you're weaker against stat boards, but you're better against utility boards, and like 3-0, 3-1 means you're way worse against utility boards. Especially things like beasts. Nice. Hit the Mecharel first. No, hit the Mecharel. That's not the Mecharel. This is bullshit. Nice, hit the Mecharel again. That's not the Mecharel. Nice, max scaling. We didn't kill him either. 40% lethals, 30% lethals. We're just really bad at lethaling people. We just keep them alive to toy with them. They'd lose the juggler. That would be a fun rock, paper, scissors. Fun, he says. Ghoul. Pass. Is Baron even good here? That's the funny part about this, is like, we have Buster, we have Baron, we can play that line. It can be a 15-15 Baron. Or we can just have another shield to prevent him from Leroying the mecharel, and then we're super strong. I would do Baron. Too many taunts is bad. I'd have the exact opposite read. I would want my entire board to be taunted at this point, rather than just 3 things. That our loss condition against both players is Leroy. He can't beat us outside of Leroy. Like, dropping taunts is bad. I don't think we win off Buster here. I think we win off of stats. That could be a 15-15 instead of an 8-8. We win off of another mecharel too, if we get another module. Another module, mecharel, or triple pup-bot. I think we freeze this. Even, aren't your stats spread enough that even a Leroy's a little too late? I mean, sure. That matters some, but you can't just assume they have Leroy and nothing behind it, right? Like, most real builds tech Leroy at the end and they have like 5 good minions. Losing a core component of your comp to a Leroy and then having a big board behind it is a way for us to lose. Now, don't get me wrong, still unlikely to happen. We are very strong at this point, but we're avoiding the ways that we can lose if we don't know what their board looks like. Boo! Terrible hits, boo! Why is it lethal, never lethal? Alright, we get our ghost, they get a fight, we get to fight the last one. We want mecharel, we want Greasebot. It's cute. You did so much damage this game. Yeah, ever since we got the Greasebots, it's just kind of been good night, Wabbit. Golden Pup-Bot into mecharel is the play. That's it. Just have Pup-Bot and mecharel on the next board. We'd be able to make a 17 attack mecharel on the first turn. More ping pong ability. Consolidate those stats. Pup-Bot.tv. Pup-Bot TV. Pup-Bot. Alright, well, we know 6 stars are good. How did we recover that game? That game was terrible to start, right? Omu, no economy. We had to level on effectively normal curve, Jeef to 2, then stayed on 2, then leveled normal all the way to 6. The way we recovered was that we got 2 Divine Shields early, 2 Pup-Bots, and found 2 Leapers. Because then these things double traded, we didn't take much damage. We were at 31 when we went to 6, took 15 immediately, hitting the tempo board mid-game, and then hit good minions on 6. So 2 big turns. Basically the turns that we took the mech synergy in the mid-game, and then a big turn when we hit 6. The Leapers were clutch, yeah. They were the thing that really turned this game around. Having that Pup-Bot early as a choice of a minion 2 over like Trickster was a massive difference. Whee! Whee! Honestly, I'd rather they hit anything other than the mecharel at this point, because the mecharel dying is about the only way we lose the game. Buff these things! They died too quickly, Peppa Hands. Ooh. Triple. The Taunt Giver is kind of interesting, but we're not going to do anything at all if we don't get... Once again, kind of interesting. We don't have double deflecto, so like... Investing in something for a reset after like the 3rd reset. Oh my god. Oh my god, we got it. On the last board. You get exactly the board you're looking for. Is this the board you're looking for? That's so funny. Literally the board verbatim. All right. We want one Divine Shield to the right of the mecharels at the very least to play around Ghoul. We can argue reset before deflecto for Ghoul reasons. It's also good against the fuck's it called? Manted. We know he's double manted because it drops a 5/5 that can potentially bump too. If he does go first in Ghoul, it's one of the major components that beats us. Alternatively, he leads with Leroy, and in that situation, he might kill the Mega Buster 2 before this attack. Then we can bump a second mecharel or whatever it's called, manted. We want one thing to the right of the mecharels because Ghoul triggers left or right, which means that this thing's shield pops last, which then resets both of these guys. So you have both of them up at the beginning. Here's the Ghoul. Fully expected the Ghoul. He does go first, so we get this reset up front. Get him a million stats. He doesn't have a Leroy, so he's just fucked, honestly. Like, there's not much that happens here where he doesn't get fucked if he doesn't have Leroy. Leroy and Ghoul are kind of necessary. I see. That was close. Turns out Golden Greasebot OP. Yay, a good Omu game. Yeah, we came back from a very lackluster start, went to 6 and found things. Whee! Feels good, man. Greasebot's a very, very, very strong card. Definitely needs nerfed. And Mecharel's just such a good card. If you add enabling scaling to Mecharel, there's no card in the game that is more oppressive than Mecharel when slotted into the right comp. Scary. That's a YouTube game?